What's up, Algebra 2? Here we are with your 2A summative review. We got a front side and a back side. Alright. So first one, using the line of reflection, graph the inverse of the following function. Make sure to label points for the graph of the inverse. Okay? Sorry, a little frog in my throat here to start the video. So the first thing is we want to have that reflection line drawn. And I'm a little short here for a straight edge. Remember, it's y equals x is your reflection line. Because when we do inverses, we're just flip-flopping the x and y coordinates. Okay, so here's our diagonal line, y equals x. Again, quiz or test time. Let's make sure we have a straight edge. The original points, are, we got 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 1, 2, 3. I know those dots look a little off. It's tough to get these dots on. So these, we got the grid from whatever that was just pasted on there, and then drew the shape with Microsoft Word over top of the grid, and then dropped the dots with Microsoft Word on top of the shape. So it gets a little tricky there. Just pretend these dots are all like on the money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, negative 1. Okay. Now, if you want to get fancy and label these like A, B, C, D, and then A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime over here, we can. Okay, here's our reflection or our new. So 1, 8 is going to flip to 8, 1. 2, 3 flips to 3, 2. 4, 5 is going to flip to 5, 4. And 5, negative 1 is going to be negative 1, 5. So 8, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And then 5, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 5, or negative 1, 5. Negative 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so don't forget the order here. Boom, 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 boom. And try to smooth it out so it looks like that. Okay, and hopefully we can see how this one would reflect over to there. The closer ones we can definitely see. Second point reflects to second point. Third reflects to there. And then last to there. You can kind of see how it would flip over. Okay, also remember we can count diagonal distances. So, like, let's just go from this one. 1 diagonal box, 2 diagonal boxes, 3 diagonal boxes. So then it should be 3 the other way too. 1, 2, 3. Just to compare distances. Alright, there we go. And again, if you want to put like the little letters A, B, C, D, A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime on there, you can. Finding the inverse. Finding the inverse. So step 1, f of x switches to y equals. Step 2, we flip-flop x and y. Just like we did up here, we flip-flopped x and y. Here we're going to flip-flop x and y. X equals 3y plus 1 over 5. Alright, and now we start the process of getting that y by itself. Multiply both sides by 5. 5x equals 3y plus 1. minus 1. 5x minus 1 equals 3y. And divide everything by 3. 5x minus 1 over 3 equals y. Okay, little itty-bitty half step at the end. Don't forget it. We're going to change this to f inverse. F inverse of x. So on our answer, f inverse of x equals 5x minus 1 over 3. Okay? Now let's say, just as like a talking point here, I know this is not the answer. Let's just say, what if you had like 6x minus 1 over 3? Then what could you do? Okay, 6x, we're going to split these into 2 then. Alright, you can't just reduce one of them and then leave it as one big fraction. We can reduce this, but to do that, you got to split them apart. You got to split these apart. 6x over 3 minus 1 over 3. And now we have 2x minus 1/3. Okay, that has nothing to do with this actual answer, but let's just say something like that did happen, where you could reduce one of the two pieces. Then you need to split them apart. All right, composition of functions, f of g, g of f. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, f of g of x, we're going to put this into those. Okay, f of g of x, read it left to right, do it right to left. We're putting the g of x equation into the f one. Alright, so we're going to have 3x minus 2 squared minus 2 times 3x minus 2 plus 6. F of g of x. You're taking the g of x and plugging it into the x spots of the f equation. Now this one's backwards. In the homework, a lot of the times it went small equation, then the x squared one. This one's got x squared one first, and then the smaller one. So just pay attention. Don't get caught up on the x squared will always be in the second one. Okay, we talked about a trick for doing this. If you don't remember the trick or it messes you up, the safest way, something squared means something times itself. Write it down twice, multiply it out. But otherwise the shortcut is square the first one, 9x squared, square the second one, plus 4. Multiply these two numbers together, negative 2 times 3x is negative 6x, and double it for minus 12x in the middle. And we're going to take this minus 2 to both of those. Negative 2 is a plus 4. Now we're looking to collect like terms. We've got a 9x squared minus 12x minus 6x. We've got minus 18x. Plus 4 plus 4 plus 6 should be plus 14. Minus 18x plus 14. Okay? Now, what about going, let's say that you don't like the little shortcut thing. So we got to go 3x minus 2 twice. And let's see where that's all coming from. Okay, so take the 3x to both. That's going to be 9x squared. 3x times a minus 2 is a minus 6x. And then the first thing we do here is another minus 6x, which is why we double it and have a minus 12x in the middle with the shortcut. Negative 2 times negative 2 is a plus 4. So hopefully we can see 9x squared minus 12x plus 4 there. Okay, going the other way, g of f of x. You're taking the f of x and putting it into the g equation. Taking all that and putting it in there. 3 times x squared minus 2x plus 6. And then don't forget your minus 2. See, we had 3 times x minus 2. So now we're taking 3 times. All of this goes in there, and then still have your minus 2. So we got 3x squared minus 6x plus 18 minus 2 plus 16. All right, last one for us today. Are they inverses? Must show work using compositions and explain. Okay? So, we're going to do f of g and g of f. It has to work both ways. It has to simplify down to x both ways for them to be inverses. As soon as it doesn't work one time, not inverses. So if the first way doesn't work, you don't have to do it the second one. They're not inverses. If the first way does work, now we have to check the second way, and if it does work again, then they are. So we're going to do f of g of x first. We're going to put all this in there. Okay, so we got an ugly little fraction out in front here. That can kind of mess people up. If you want to distribute that and call it half x plus 4, you are welcome to do that. We're going to go 2 times, and then where that x was, I put all of this, half x plus 8, and then we have the minus 8. Okay, 2 times x, we're going to put all that in there, close it all up, and then we have that minus 8. So the first thing I'm going to do is take that 2 inside there. 2 times a half cancels out. It's just 1. So now we just have x plus 8 minus 8. Are these parentheses doing anything anymore? Nope. X plus 8 minus 8, and we just get x. So it's simplified all the way down to x. So far, so good. If you sent this through already, you had half x plus 4. Then now if I take that times 2, now it becomes 1x. And then 4 times 2 is back to plus 8, which then cancels out the minus 8. What if we go the other way? G of f of x. Plugging this in there. So we got a big half. And then we have 2x minus 8 plus 8. Okay, so we're inside these big parentheses. This can get tricky. Okay, are these parentheses, these little parentheses, doing anything in there? No, not really. Okay, so if you wanted to, you could take this half, but it'd have to go to all 3 things, because there's nothing being multiplied or squared here, so these parentheses aren't really doing anything. You have to take a half to all 3 things. Or we can simplify inside first. And now we have half times 2x, which is just x. So I'm going to say yes. Now this is big explanation. Why? Because they cancel each other out or undo each other. Cancel each other out. Or you could say something about they undo each other. Okay, and that's what we're doing with this, and that's why it ends up back at x. Okay, they cancel each other out and end up undoing each other. Alright? So there it is, folks. You got the back side to do on your own, and we'll have that answer key up on Schoology. Thanks for watching. Hope this helped.